All right, great news. Matthew Stafford had a false positive test and is now rejoined the Detroit Lions. He's the second Lion to get off the COVID reserve list. Isaac Nada got off yesterday and passed NFL protocol, but let's talk about it. We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And also his wife kind of went on Instagram, as she does, and tells how his positive test or false positive test has had a negative impact on the whole family. But yeah, I predicted it, man. That's what it sounded like, a false positive. I've been there, done that. That's why I knew exactly what it was. I read up a lot about the virus, and that's the best way to get educated on it, is to read. That's the best way to get educated on anything, not just take secondhand information. Some people like to put their own spin on narrative, so the best thing you really can do is try to read as much as possible and take information from each article or each, website or whatever book you reading from or article and apply it. So I knew exactly it was a false positive. Obviously it was, easy. He passed 2 tests Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, unless you could see Matthew Stafford at a wild party or he went at the grocery store somewhere public without his face mask on, then we got a different situation. But his wife said everybody tested negative, and even Matt tested negative after the false positive, and they determined it was a false positive. Now people saying, what if the Lions was in the game or an important game and Stafford had a false positive test? It would have been unfortunate, but people asking, they need to get this testing together for the virus. Well, if you actually read and you actually got up on game or was informed, they don't know a lot about the virus. First, they said you can't get it off of surfaces, but then they say be safe, wipe down surfaces, wipe down grocery carts, wash your hands and all that. They don't know what this virus is. First they was taking nose swabs, now they in the throat. It's just the virus is just a lot not known. People say, you could be asymptomatic. I don't believe that. I just think if you have it, you show symptoms. If you don't, you don't. They trying to go out here and try to sound like professionals, and even the professionals don't know enough about the virus. It's just a lot of the things are precautionary. You wear a mask, it gives you 85% better chance of not catching the virus. You know what I'm saying? Also, some talks about if you wear the mask too much, you can get carbon monoxide poison, which I don't know how for sure it is. But you know what, man? Gardner Minshew came off the list too. He was the other notable quarterback that was on the list, and he's back as well too. So some more players opting out. Somebody just opted out earlier. I can't exactly remember who they named. It was a name, but Allen Hurns, okay? Old Jaguar receiver with Miami, played with Dallas for a minute. So he's opted out, and he ain't played in a minute, I don't think, with an injury. So, it is what it is. The opt-out deadline is Thursday at 4 p.m. It was supposed to be tomorrow at 4 p.m., but I guess the union and NFL worked out a small extension. But Kelly Stafford, actually, she brought her testimony where when Stafford tested positive, the schools told her that she couldn't bring the kids to school. So I'm guessing that they in Georgia, and Georgia kids that went back to school, I seen a photo where some of the kids had masks and some of the kids don't, and the halls was crowded. So basically they told her, according to her Instagram post, she can't bring the kids to school. They was kicking her kids off the playground, and basically they was, basically looking at her funny, telling her to leave the grocery store. She was contaminating grocery stores and all that type of stuff. But they all in her business, but don't know her business. You know what I'm saying? And she basically said that we all took the test after Matt took the test, and we all was negative. Matt took it again. He was negative. But once again, people going to want to shame you. People going to want to know your business. Look, if you got your mask on, I got my mask on. Don't worry about my business. I'm not going to compromise other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Staffords would do that. They negative. Now, a lot of them people, that's them schools and everybody, they owe her an apology. She basically going around telling people, like, I'm negative. My kids are negative. And you want to shame me? Like, let's let you know how shallow people is. All right, I understand people want to protect their well-beings and protect their kids, but you know what? My kids wouldn't be going to school no way. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Every kid in that Georgia school picture that was shared today didn't even have a mask on. And it's just unsafe at this point, because one of the biggest unsafe things about it is that they don't know enough about the virus yet. All this time, unless they just withholding information, they just don't know enough about it. That's the biggest thing about the virus, not the asymptomatic, not the symptoms. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing is the unknown. And also the second biggest thing is what people fail to realize is they had the Super Bowl while the virus is in the United States, Thanksgiving while the virus is in the United States, Christmas, all the way through, St. Patrick's Day, all that, the virus is already here. And people was only scared when the media started, basically ramping up the coverage on it. But hey, man, blessings to Stafford and his wife. She's a survivor to begin with, so they strong, man. Blessings to him, man. I knew it was a false positive, so, just for me reading and knowing. But hey, check out our Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or you just got a question or want to chop it up. Want to make a donation? Best way to do that, share the video or check out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think about the false positive and Kelly Stafford's testimony. One time for the one time Motor City Sports Talk. We go.